Okay, my history in terms of smoking, I started smoking at a ridiculous age when I was aware of the dangers and the ill effects of smoking. So I would have been about 18, 19. Didn't take long from having a social puff to becoming a smoker. So I was 18, 45 now, so it's quite a while. In terms of smoking, I would have smoked 25 to 30 a day, probably for the last 15 years. Not exactly enjoying the cigarette per se, but just a habit, and not necessarily for the nicotine. I've never given it up for more than 24 hours. I've basically fooled myself into having going without cigarettes in the morning and afternoon, and then having one at about 6, and that was giving up. But that's basically the best I was able to do up to now.
Triggers happen all the time for me. I'd smoke 30 a day. So, you know, when I say to you, well, I don't know, I wrote down I have 6 for breakfast, 6 for before lunch, and the rest of it's pretty much. I only eat once a day, so it was basically cigarettes and. Yeah.
Cold turkey, how long did you give up for?
Cold turkey?
You said you've given up cold turkey once?
20 hours.
20 hours. And did you feel depressed when you gave up at that stage, or did you feel you just couldn't wait to get back on cigarettes? Or?
How did I feel? Anxiety.
So you felt very anxious when you gave up?
Yeah.
And when you gave up this time, did you feel any of that anxiety?
I didn't actually intend to give up on the first session. That just happened. I decided after the session, I said, okay, well that's it then.
Okay, and you didn't feel anxious in the
fight? No.
Okay.
I started exactly 1 week ago, 7 days ago. I've never not smoked for longer than probably 24 hours, and this is the first time in 23 years, that's how long ago I started smoking, but I've been out without cigarettes for longer than 20 hours. This is the 7th day.
7th day.
And I feel relaxed about it. I've been in situations where in the past I would have put a fag to the mouth, and I just feel clarity of mind, clarity of purpose, and it's very helpful. I find that in terms of the virtual medicine part of it, it's taught me what to expect and how to deal with it in terms of the relaxation part of it, to be calm and to be thoughtful and logical and rational about the feelings I have at any particular time where I do feel like lighting up. And that's the most important thing, because it's a long-term answer.
How long has it been now?
2 weeks today.
And how are you feeling?
I'm feeling fine. In terms of, look, like I said before, I'll never not smoke for this long ever. And I mean, speaking to my partners also in the program, I'm amazed how I expected it to be more difficult, to tell you the truth.